So hey guys, and welcome back to the video. In the previous video, we were learning about, or we learned about Django, like how to install Django, how to start the first project, or how to create a first project in Django. And we created first project here. We named it as first project, and it was having all these functionalities and all these codes, right? In the previous video, I didn't explain that what exactly is the role of these codes and what basically happens in this. But in today's video, I will be clearing all the things related to the files, that what exactly files are present here and what are the basic roles of those files, what is the functionality that every single file performs here. Okay, then we will be understanding about urls.py for the most important, and we will be creating a file called views.py. Then we will be understanding what that file does, what is the use of files. Then we will be learning about data modeling and creating data models and etc. So without wasting time, let's start with the video. And if you are liking this series, then do like, share and subscribe, okay, so that you won't miss the upcoming exciting videos that I will be posting every day. Okay, so for that, let's do one thing. Let's close this and let's create a new project for this video. Okay, for that, let me just do one thing. I will write here as django-admin start project. Okay, and I'll name my project as second project. Okay. Okay, so see, I have write the code and it has created the second project. Okay, now let's have a look. It will be having all the same things and same commands, yeah, it is having all the similar things. So what each of the following things contains. So let's start with the first file. First one is that as soon as we clicks here, it will be having two things. Okay, it will be having two things. What it are, firstly is the folder name, or firstly it is the file name. The file name is like, whatever our project we will be creating or whatever things we will be making throughout the video, it will be stored inside this particular file. Okay, and if he talks about another thing, then here comes the second part. It says manage.py. Manage.py will be having some codes, like see, you can see it contains some codes. The Right now, it's not at all necessary for anybody of you to learn what it says or what is the use. It's just, as soon as we will be moving on further in the course, we will be understanding about everything. Okay. Uh, Now, just for now, you can say that it is the code, or it is the bridge. Okay. It is the bridge which makes interaction between the file and the user. Okay. So whenever we have to run the server, or we have to create or execute some commands, we will be using this manage.py file. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's move in deeper inside. So we will go inside and we will check. First of all, it's there. It says init.py, first file. So if you guys have been following me since beginning, so you will be knowing that init.py is a function. Remember, I told you in one of my videos that init.py is the by default function that comes whenever we call a function. Remember, right? And it is just a blank file saying that this is a Python function, or these are Python functions. Okay. Now, before coming on to ASGI, let's quickly comes on settings. Okay. As the name suggests, it is the settings, or you can say the commands which we can change or manipulate as per our need. Okay. It does. Right now, we will be not changing anything here. Okay, but for later part in the video, or when we will be learning about templates, we will be creating templates, understanding templates, then we will be doing some changes. Like when we will be working on templates, I have to write here templates and I have to give some of the changes. Okay. So you can just simply understand that if we want to do some changes, or if we want to implement any, if we want to change any information, we will use settings. Now coming to ASGI. So ASGI is asynchronous server gateway interface. Okay, so it's basically a gateway, or you can say, it is the interface which syncs Python, or you can say which connects Python with our servers and applications, and it uses one more thing, that is vsgi.py. If you will be checking that both of them contains almost the same code, right? Now what is vsgi? So vsgi stands for, the rules of both the files are exactly the same, right? It is the web server gateway interface. It is used to forward request from web server, okay, to the backend web. Like suppose I gave a command, or I selected some code in the front end. So the role of VSGI, as its name says, like web server gateway interface. So it will provide a gateway for web and the server. Okay. It will provide a gateway by which our applications or the things which we are doing will be given to the backend, and it will perform or it will react according to it, right? So this is the use of WSGI and ASGI. Now coming to URLs. So URLs, you can say that URLs will be uh, the links, or it will be the paths of particular files or the particular functions that will be making using the views.py. Okay, like for example, let me say here I will create a file and I'll name it as views.py. Okay, so this is a file. Here I suppose I create this. This file was created by me, and it was not given or not made by default. Okay. So what I did here, I just wrote a code that it says this file was created by me. It didn't came, or it was not given by default. Okay. So it's just a file, views.py is a set of Python functions. Like inside of it, we will be writing our Python functions. Okay. And it will be containing few codes or few lines, which according to which our code in the URLs will work. Like for example, let me say one thing. Everybody is aware, whoever is watching this course is aware about HTML. So whatever we see in the website, right, like whenever we will use a tag, so whatever text will be it that will be visible, it stores in views, and whatever will be the link or the URLs that is being stored, that will be inside URLs. So you can understand by that. Okay. Now what exactly happened is, to make it run, I have to create Python functions over here, right? So if I want to use my views in this URLs, I have to quickly write here as from views. So I have already imported paths, which will be containing all the paths, right? Now I have also import views. I wrote from full stop import views. So now both the files are connected. Here, if I will be creating any sort of functions or any sort of files, that will be directly related or directly connected with the URLs. So we can say that it's no need for me now to add any sort of changes in this. Like, let me do one thing. Suppose I will create a function here, and what I will do here is I will write, like right now it says admin, and quickly I'll write here as path, and what I will do here is I will give it a blank string. Okay, and then I will write here as view equals to index, and then I'll write one more things also. Now let's do one thing. Now for now, let it keep it like that. It says index is not defined. So to define index, I have to create a file here. Okay. Def index. Okay, and index here I have will keyword return. Now right now you can see that nothing is happening, right? It's not at all working properly, or you can say it's not. It's showing error, kind of, right? So to do changes or to make it correct, we have to write some of the code, or we have to do little of the changes here. What I will do here is, firstly, let me do one thing. Let me remove this, and I will write define index, and then I will use empty brackets, and what I will type here is I will type return, and what it should return, it should return hello. Okay, and it, that's it I have written here. Now you can see that it has written, but it still is showing some errors, right? Or you can say a little bit of error. Let's do one thing. Let's quickly go to the terminal, and we will our run our server. So for running the server, make sure that we will be in the proper directory. Like here right now it's in Django, but I want that it should shift in second project. Should shift in second project, right? So I will write second project. Now it is in the second project. Now here what I will do here is I will write Python manage.py server. So what I have wrote here is I have wrote Python manage.py run server. But now it is showing some sort of error, right? That views is not index is not defined. So let's do one thing for now. Let's remove it and let's see why people usually prefers Python is, or why usually people prefers Django is that it is real time changing. Like right now you see, as soon as I did these changes, it started to it reloaded the server. That means server will be getting reloaded every single time, or every time whenever I will be doing any sort of changes, right? Now, right now it says that our server is in this particular link. Let's follow the link. Right now you can see that it says that the install worked successfully. Congratulations. So it means that our server is working, but whatever we wrote or whatever we were typing in that views and URLs is not working, because we were unable to link it properly, and we were unable to add the difference, or you can say we were unable to add any sort of changes in that, right? Now if we want to do that, we have to do few things first. Like here, first of all, I have to write it properly. Like let's do one thing. I will create paths, and inside the path I will first of all write an empty string. What this is that it should be by default, right? Whenever my site will be opened, this empty string should come first, right? It should be like views.index, and it should be name equals to index. Okay. Now what I have done here is I have written path. Inside the path I have written an empty string, and then I have written views.index, and name equals to again views dot sorry, actually here instead of views.index it will come in empty string index. Like it means the name I have written, right? Now let's just do one thing. Let's go back to the server. Server is, see, every single time when I was doing any sort of changes, the server was getting reload, right? Right now it says that views type error. view must be callable or less in case of n inflow. Right now, what it's trying to say that the index which I have written, it should have any value or it should be having anything which we can call, right? Or it should be callable. But as you can see that here, I have just written define index, return hello. In Django, things doesn't works like that. Okay. So for it to work, Django usually refers or gives the user an HTTP response. But here we are not returning an HTTP response, we are returning a normal string. So what we will do here is, firstly, I have to import HTTP response. So I will write from Django dot small HTTP import capital HTTP response. Here it is. Okay. I will first of all write this. Then what I will do here is, here instead of empty this index, I will write request, because this function usually takes a request, and then what it does is it will give us an HTTP response. So what I did basically is, in here I wrote a function. Inside of the function, I wrote an argument that is request, because as we learned, or you can say as we were studying about functions in the Python series, you guys have understood that we usually gives an argument because it makes it easy for the server to understand that what exactly we are talking. Here I have written request. It means that usually the user is requesting the server to perform this particular task. Okay, now whoever has seen the series, it will be little easy or it will be little understandable or connectable that what exactly I'm talking about, right? And if you guys have didn't understood, then do one thing, just go to the Python series that is already uploaded, and you can check it out there that what exactly I'm talking about. In the functions, I have explained everything, right? Now, you can see that it's returning an HTTP response, which is hello. So let's do one thing. Let's go back to our server and we'll check it. See, here you can clearly see that now in the by default, it will be printing us hello, right? So what we have did here is we have created our first web page, which has our own modifications or our own changes, right? So I hope you guys have understood till now that what I have done or what I have created, right? If you have any doubts till now, then yeah, do comment. Now, moving on further, let's do a few more changes, or let's increase the things. Like here, what I can write, I can create multiple links here. Instead of writing, I'll just copy paste it. Here, instead of empty string, I'll write about. Okay. And here as well, I will write about. Right. And here, instead of writing index, I will write home. So what I have done here is I have created multiple, links or multiple URLs that will be getting directed every single time. Right. Now here, instead of index, I will write about, and here I will write home. And here, instead of hello, I will write few statements about this web page. Okay. And here I will write welcome to the home page of this website. Right. So what I did here is welcome to the channel. Yeah. So what I have done here is I have created multiple links, and every single links has its own value, right? Now, if I want to switch, or if I want to see, every single time it was getting loaded. So that is the functionality which makes many users, basically fall for it. Here you can see it says hello and welcome to the channel, right? Here, our, you know, code is, or you can say the link at which it's open, it is 127.0.0.1 and 8000. Here, what I will write here is, I will suppose I write home. So it says welcome to the home page of the website, right? This is the first URL. And if I write here as admin, see, this is the admin portal of our Django. Here, if I write about, see, it says about this web page, right? So as you can see that our multiple places are working, like you can see, it was telling every single time that we opened login page and it was not working, or we did this and all. So every basic updations are coming on this particular server, but this server is just for practical use, sorry, just for practice. We cannot use it for commercial purposes because this server is not that powerful, or it's not that efficient to create a full scale website, right? That's why we will be not using it, but we can use different servers that is provided by different platforms or different companies, because it is specifically made or designed for these kinds. But the server which is provided by Django, it's just to practice, to get a basic knowledge about basically servers, or how it works, or what are the uses, implementations, and etc. Right? So I hope you guys understood all this. Now let's do one thing. We will be creating a page, or you can say we will be creating an about section. Let's do one thing. Where is our website? Here it is. We will do here, what we will do here is, we will create an nav bar that will be navigating to every single web page. Okay. Let's do one thing. Here we will be creating on the blank string. For that, we can simply either do one thing. We can simply go to the web and we can take the code of a nav bar. Like, I will write here HTML code for nav bar. Maybe my network has little technical glitch, but no worries. What we can do here is, we can simply either write using, if you have knowledge of CSS or HTML, you can easily type it. But if by chance you doesn't are not that familiar, I would really say to polish out your HTML skills so that we can do it. But never mind, if you still doesn't have, you can just use Google and you can type out, you can take out the code and easily can use it. Like, for example, let's do one thing. We'll write here. We will create an A tag. Instead of writing like that, let's just do one thing. Here we will create a file and we will write it as navbar.html, so that we will be getting all the functionalities of an A tag. Oh, sorry, we will be getting all the functionalities of this snippets, and we won't be suffering or to write the full code, right? Let's do one thing. We will write here as Google. Suppose I write Google and I can write here as www.google.com. Okay. Similarly, I will create 3-4 such links. So for that, I will write paste. Okay. Let's do one. So what I will write here is, I will write, instead of Google, here I will write Facebook. Here I will write YouTube. Okay, and you can suggest me one more website or any other website. But for just writing or increasing data, we can write here as apple. Okay, right. It's also done. This is also done. And okay. So what we did here is we have created see, we will just go to our views.py and here we will just paste it. You have to keep in mind regarding this, right? Yeah, it will create some problems. It will be creating an issue because here we are using let's again still do one thing. Let's check it, right? Because I can say that it will be creating an issue because we are using the same kinds of, see, we are using the same kinds of commas here. So maybe, yeah, it will be creating an issue here. Let's do one thing. We'll put it under single comma. Let's see whether it will work or not. I guess no, it will not work. Yeah, you can see, right? It will be not working because it will really create an issue here. Yeah, it is creating. So let's find a different way of doing it. Symbol also similarly over this here. Nope, it is still making an issue. I want everybody that you comment out and tell me like what exactly we can do or we can change here to create or to so that it should not create an issue or it should not do such things. It should directly go right. So here you can see that nothing really is working, right? So I hope that you guys have commented down that what exactly we should do. Okay. Now let's just do one thing. What I will write here is I will do triple quotes. I will just write here as triple quotes, and you can see that now everything's gonna work just fine, or nothing's gonna create any sort of issues, right? Let's just do one thing. We'll open it like that, and maybe by some issues our server got closed. Never mind. We will run it again. All right, second project. I wrote second project. Now what I will write here as Python manage.py run server. Okay, so this started my server. Okay, my server is running now. Let's just do one thing. We will go to the server and we will check out all the links. Right. See, I guess multiple files have been opened. Right. So here you can see that it has created Google, like it's there, right? Facebook, it's there. YouTube is there, right? And Apple is there, right? So here, what happened is, after Google, I wrote BR tag, right? I can do here is I can store it under a tag called here. I will store all of them inside navbar. Okay, and right here, what I will do here is I will write style margin auto. Okay, let's just do one thing. We'll cut here, and inside this we'll paste it. Okay, now let's go back and check again our server. now it is like that, right? But maybe our margin is not applied. So let's do one thing. Instead of margin like auto, I will write margin 50. So this is why I was saying that we should use it came here, right? But I didn't wanted that it should come here. I wanted that margin should be there between every single elements. So for that, what I can just simply do here is I will copy it and I will paste it here. Margin, right? Okay. Similarly, I will do the same for instead of 50, I will write 20. Okay. Same things I will do for Google and for Facebook and for YouTube. Okay. Now let's go back and let's reload. You can see that it has got some spaces and everything is working just fine, right? But whenever I'm clicking on it, don't know why, but it's not working, right? It says that there is not such thing or there is not anything like that. So what is happening here is for every links to work, I have to give, I have to use it over here, or I have to give it right here, right? Let's do one thing. Let's go back and we'll check it. What it says that URL defined second projects.url. It says that URL is not coming. You are seeing this error because you have debug equals to 2 in your Django settings file. Change it to false and Django will display a standard 404 page. Right, but we doesn't want that 404 page should come, right? And what you can see here is it is checking out. It is checking that the link which we have given is not at all included in all these URLs, right? It says that URL config defined in second project. Django tried these URL patterns in disorder admins. Firstly, it checked for admins, then it checked for names, and then about, then home. But it didn't got anything called google.com, so it is showing us the error, right? Like this, it is showing an error. But if I want that it should work, I have to do some settings. So I will say that this will be your homework, or you can say your task for today's video, that you guys have to create a nav bar in which we have to add these 4 websites, and it should work. Like you have to link it like this way that it should work, right? And whoever will be doing, or whoever will be commenting the answer properly will be getting a like and from my side and a comment, right? So I hope that all of you will be at least trying it, right? And if you guys understood whatever I taught, then do like, share, and subscribe. Okay, subscribe will make us motivated to create more videos like that. Okay, and if you have any doubt or if you didn't understood anything in this video or regarding any videos in this throughout series, then do comment out and I will be checking and replying to every single comments. And if you have any doubt or if you are facing any issues in either installing Django or in the Python videos, then yeah, say and we'll try to figure it out. Right. So this was all about for this video. I will be coming in another video and we will be first of all fixing these issues, and then we will be moving on further and we will be learning about templates, creating a full-fledged website. Okay. So I will see you in another one. Till then, see ya, have a great day and bye bye.